What's going on, guys? Venatix here, bringing you a video on World War Z yet again about the Fixer class. The reason we're bringing up the Fixer again is because of the most recent update brought changes to the perks for just about every single class. So you better believe that multiple class videos will be coming out here in the near future. I started with the Fixer because Fixer hits home for me. Definitely one of my most favorite classes that I ever use and play, as well as those around me. It just feels like one of those classes you just have to have. That's just so clutch. Why is it clutch? Probably because that masking gas grenade, but I got some stuff to go over in this video that'll kind of help determine what you should do here on out for the Fixer. Now keep in mind, this is more personal opinion probably than it is real statistic facts, because we know how math goes for me. It's too hard. That being said, do you guys think this video can hit 200 likes? I think we can. I'm gonna keep making World War Z videos for you guys, so the least you guys can do is hit that thumbs up button. But enough for me, let's just get on with the video. Let's talk about this Fixer class, what actually changed. So let's jump straight into the patch notes. The first perk change for the Fixer was Armory. Using a supply bag gives a 25%, was 15% chance to restore one equipment charge. So ammo supply bags now has a 10% increased chance to restore one equipment charge. Then we have Stand By Me, which increases your firearm damage by 100%, was 50% for 10 seconds for reviving or unpinning a teammate. So basically you're going to be doing just ridiculous tons of damage after you revive your teammate. Pickpocket, killing 15 zombies in rapid succession gives 100%, was 25. Chance to refill one equipment charge, cooldown of 90 seconds, which was originally 10 seconds. So I think that is actually kind of a nerf per se, because think about it, every 90 seconds you have a 100% chance of getting one, but before, every 10 seconds you had a 25% chance. Every 10 seconds, that means you had 9 tries of a 25% percentage. So in reality, you probably could have gotten 2 masking gas grenades by the time the 90-second cooldown would be up if it was the original. So I think that's kind of more of a nerf. However, I do like seeing the 100%, because then you know guaranteed for a fact that RNG doesn't even have to be in your favor, because it's a guaranteed 100%. Moving on, Scavenger was also adjusted. Killing a special zombie gives 100%, which was originally 25%, to restore one equipment charge. Cooldown of 90 seconds was 10. So exactly the same thing as Pickpocket, but this time all you have to do is kill a special zombie instead of killing 15 in rapid succession. Go get them. Reviving a teammate will restore 25%, was 15% of primary weapons ammunition for you and your teammate. Efficiency supply bag contains 25% more explosive ammo. Masking grenade effect duration increased by 2, which was originally increased by 5, but now it's only increased by 2. So boom, another nerf right there. The supply bag containing 25% more explosive ammo actually never changed. That's how it always has been. And Darkness Falls, this was the last perk that got adjusted for the Fixer, and that is the masking grenade gas cloud duration is increased by 5 seconds, which used to be 3, so it increased by 2 seconds. Alright, so let's just jump in now to how I like to build my Fixer class. Alright, so here we are in the perk menu, the custom class loadout. First column, I love to go with Paramedic, and that's because I just don't use the armor bag. Now, or the supply bag, sorry. That being said, the supply bag actually I think is sleeper OP at this moment of time, but that is for another video. So don't hate me right now if I'm not talking about the supply bags, because I think they're actually up there now in viability. I think we can start using that over the masking gas grenade, but just bear with me, that's going to be another video because I want to go more in depth. I just haven't got enough research to give you my most honest opinion on the supply bag. So that being said, keep that on your radar for an upcoming future video. So Paramedic, get that revive speed increased by 50%, because what I like to do as the Fixer is either smoke myself on the floor and then sprint for or revive, or knowing that my revive speed's so fast, I could just run up real quick, grab the revive, and then I get the masking gas effect. Here in the second column, Night Owl. Masking grenades grant an additional temporary health boost starting with masking grenades. The third column, Cloakroom. Revive a teammate grants masking effect for 3 seconds for both of you. So reviving your teammate will also give you the masking gas effect. Moving on, we have the fourth column, and now if you remember what we found out on my extreme tip video, Wheatgrass. Now this is kind of debatable, I know. Wheatgrass will allow you to take 1 more hit from normal zombies. Now that's not a whole lot, but again, if you're taking already too many hits as it is, or you're having trouble just surviving and you think that one extra hit's going to keep you alive, don't be scared to pick up wheatgrass. But if you are good enough and you don't care about that, just start with the sporting carbine. Fifth column, let's talk about the fifth column, because this one is, I think, the most debated class column. One for the road, which allows you to have 2 masking gas grenades. Pickpocket, which is going to give you that 15 kills in rapid succession to 100% chance to refill, and the Scavenger, which is 100% chance to restore one equipment charge by killing a special zombie. So hear me out on this, okay? Again, personal opinion, but this was what makes most sense to me. If you're in a squad with your friends, take 1 for the road. Why? Let me tell you why. If you're in accordance with your friends, you can prioritize the fixer in grabbing the equipment charges that are on the floor. However, if you think you or your team requires a different equipment charge over the fixer's equipment charge, that's when you go with either Pickpocket and Scavenger. Now, here comes the next debate. Pickpocket or Scavenger, which one? 100% Scavenger in my books. You cannot argue me, you cannot change my mind. Listen, yes, killing 15 zombies in rapid succession, it's gonna happen pretty darn easy, but so is killing just 1 single special zombie. Just 1. All you have to do is kill 1. And especially with the spawns going on in extreme now, in the higher difficulties, you get what, 5 special zombies at a time during every like swarm and every other like minute. I mean, there's just so many of them at this point. You're gonna get this up all the time. I found myself using Scavenger over this the most, and we move on to the 6th column, and I like to go with Under the Table. Anyone entering the masking grenade gas cloud restores 20% of primary weapon ammo. So especially thanks to the supply crates being nerfed, and so that you can no longer pull infinite ammo and reload, you now sometimes may or may not run out of ammo. So I find that this, while already running for your life, typically means that you need to reload, typically means you may be low on ammo and you need to run. Well, this is going to give you 20% back to your primary weapon ammo. Again, if you're running masking gas at this point, there's no point in grabbing this one because you're not running the supply bag, and this one is giving you 25% of your primary weapon for you and your teammate. So again, this is only 5% more percentage than this one, versus this one is going to give you to all your team, versus this one's only going to be you and the person that you revived. So obvious selection is Under the Table. Alright, moving on. Lightning Hands. All semi-automatic rifles reload speed increased by 25%. You have Power Shot, which is that increased penetration, and the secondary weaponry slot for the revolver. Revolver is decent, but again, it's not that crazy good, so I wouldn't bother with that. Penetration is good, so if you expect yourself to use, like, say, the sporting carbine here, maybe you want to go with increased penetration. But in all reality, take, in my opinion, Lightning Hands. Why? Because the fixer with the sporting carbine or even the scout rifle, up until you want to change weapons, this reload speed is phenomenal. I find myself using, honestly, the scout rifle forever until maybe I find an AR or like a battle rifle. But again, a battle rifle, I believe, is a semi-automatic rifle. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think it is. And if that's the case, even better for you to run this perk. Next column. Again, not using supply bags. And we're going to use Shadow Walker. Masking grenade effect duration increased by 3. So if you remember back in efficiency, the effect duration was nerfed. It used to be 5 and now it's 2. Coming over here, now it's 3 with a base of 6. So you almost want to keep this because now you can't run as long as before, but this will help you still run fairly long. That being said, Darkness Falls masking grenade gas cloud duration is increased by 5 seconds. So this was what got buffed slightly. Now what this means is basically when you throw the grenade, the cloud that stays there will stay there longer instead of the duration of the actual stealth when you're inside of it. So I obviously going to go with Shadow Walker because I want the duration of the effect to last longer than just the cloud themselves. But I did some research. You guys want to check this out? Look, check out this video right now in the background. Boom. I tried to see how side effects when you make the masking gas lethal. Basically, you can make the masking gas act as like a semi-smoke grenade that does damage, like a poison grenade, right? So I went with the extended duration of the cloud, and I went with the lethal damage on the smoking gas, and I threw it into a crowd of zombies, and it took, to me, almost too long. Now, this was on extreme difficulties, maybe that's why. I threw it into a small room of a couple zombies, and it killed a couple of them, but not all of them, as you can see. And then I also went to a pyramid and threw them into a pyramid, and it almost looked like nothing even happened. So don't think that's even worth our time, okay? So just ignore Darkness Falls and go with Shadow Walker. And in our last column, this is really you can do just about anything you want, but take that payload rifle. The Fixer class kind of struggles to deal with hordes due to the semi-automatic rifles, so take up that payload and you'll be able to mow down pyramids without a doubt pretty easily, honestly. So that's pretty much what I got with the Fixer. What do you guys think? Do you think the Fixer is still viable after the update? Do you think the update even made a real difference to the Fixer? For me, I think the Fixer is still 100% viable, and if anything, there's a couple of levels where there's a lot of sprinting involved, less hordes and more running through, traversing through tunnels or through buildings, and I think the Fixer is perfect for those type of levels. I'm thinking like Hell and High Water, all the way up until you run to the first swarm at the train. Think about that. You could Fixer grenade yourself all the way up to that point, or New York 1, you can New York stealth yourself all the way to the elevator and go down it before having to fight anything due to the mask and gas grenade. Make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, make sure to turn on those bell notifications, because we're just picking and cruising out videos left and right here on World War Z. And I thank you and appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.